Adam, you're always going on about need to know, but my topic has a lot of nice to know information. How do I communicate that to my participants? I have answers for you, my friends. First off, prepare a nice video presentation about the nice to know information. You could use Teams or Zoom or your mobile device and just record a couple minute overview of some of these nice to know situations. If it's an exclusion, if it's a thing that happens once in a great while, if it's something that's important but it just doesn't happen all that often, just put it in a quick little video presentation. Another way to handle nice to know is prepare some very nice infographics that explain all the exclusions, all the low probability situations that don't happen all that much, etc., etc. Upon completion of your program with all the need to know, hey, by the way, great job, and here is a packet of nice to know information. Review this on your own and let me know if you have any questions. A third way to handle the nice to know is an internal podcast in your organization. Even a 10-minute, 15-minute sort of audio-only description of, hey, here's these 7 exclusions that you should probably know about. We talked about the need to know core information in our classroom setting, but here's an audio-only description of these exclusions or these things you should know about what if type scenarios. Do it in an audio only podcast type style. So there's 3 great ways to tackle the nice to know to make sure you're really targeting on the need to know during your classroom sessions. Hey Adam, how do I communicate my nice to know information? It's still valuable, it still has relevance, it just isn't as common and focused as my core need to know information. Here's a great way to handle it. Present your need to know core information in a classroom type setting, whether that be in person or virtually. Really focus in on that and make sure your participants are starting to demonstrate mastery. Then offer yourself up as office hours or offer office hours to say, hey, if you want to discuss some of this need to know things that happen once in a while, the exclusions, the rare situations, the one-offs, this thing that only happens if this particular set of scenario unfolds. If you want to talk about that, I'm available from this time to this time for half an hour on next Tuesday, open office hours. Reach out to me. You can ping me virtually. We can do something on Slack, Teams, Zoom, whatever, or you can come down and talk to me at my cube. We'll tackle all those nice to knows. Focus on the need to know, handle the nice to know later on. Spending your classroom time focused on the need to know information is a great way to keep your training sessions both effective and not boring. But oftentimes there is a lot of nice to know information that is important that does need to be communicated in some way. Here is a way to communicate that. Take some time and document all the nice to know information. List it out one after another. Then create a private YouTube channel and record short video segments to explain the nice to knows. Be sure you communicate and make crystal clear how the nice to know ties back into the need to know, but quickly through the use of video and a private YouTube channel, you can build a whole resource library explaining, hey, in this crazy set of circumstances, once every 10 years, you're going to need to know this particular piece of information. Or, hey, for this low volume product that we only sell 3 times a year, it's important to remember this detail. Or, hey, when you're completing this procedure and you get to step 5, understand that every once in a great while, you're going to have to go to step 5A, and here's what that looks like. Use a private YouTube channel. Adam, you're always focused on the need to know information. You hammer us on that. But we've got all this nice to know information that's really important as well. How do we communicate that? Well, amigos, I have a solution for you. We've talked before about the idea of using Evernote, Notion, or OneNote as sort of a resource library. Here's a thought. Put all your nice to know information in one of those management systems, as one of those file notes type organizer system. Put it in very organized, put all the nice to know, put all the PDFs and the what ifs and the files and the videos, all the nice to know stuff, put it in that notes library. Send a link out to the participants when they graduate from classroom session. When they've completed your classroom session, here you go, great job, here's a diploma, here's a nice plaque, whatever. And oh, by the way, here's a link to this resource library for all the nice to know information that could help you understand this at a deeper level. Nice to know, need to know. There's another way of handling that so you can spend more of your classroom time focused on the need to know core information. Have you ever used one of these techniques? Or what do you think about these techniques? Either way, let me know in the comments down below.